Hello my friends, Asoka the Geek here, and for this episode we have a Superpowers Mega review. First of all, huge thanks to the fine folks at McFarlane Toys for sending me these figures for a review, and man, we have a lot of figures to get through. Thankfully they are all Superpowers figures, so they are on the smaller scale, not much articulation to talk about, so we should be able to get through this fine in the next X amount of time that it takes. Anyways, I already opened up a lot of these. As you can see, we're going to review Superman, The Flash, Thomas Wayne Batman, Reverse Flash, Black Suit Batman, Robin, Nightwing. Then we have this beautiful 3-pack featuring the Peacemaker, Judo Master, and Vigilante. And we're also going to take a look at the Whirly Bat. There is the Whirly Bat. That's the Batcopter. So super stoked to take a look at all these. Let's take a look at the just the packaging real quick. I didn't open these guys up just because I love the packaging so much for this. Look at this. Just like a packaging for 3 figures. Oh, I just love it. Love their logos. Look at that. Look at the back of the packaging. I mean, listen, I love Superpowers. None of them survived my childhood, so I love that I can buy new versions of Superpowers figures. And yeah, they nailed it with the packaging. It looks fantastic. And they nailed it with these figures, in my opinion. Love the character selection this time around. And then, of course, we have the Whirly Bat. Oh, look at this. Look at this beautiful classic packaging. So there it is, guys. All right, well, without further ado, let's get the remaining figures and vehicle out of the packaging, and let's talk about the figures in a little bit more detail. All right, my friends, so here are all of the Superpowers figures outside of the packaging. So, man, just, initial thoughts. What a great wave of figures. Now, I don't have any original of the Superpowers figures to compare these to. Again, none of them survived my childhood, so I can't really tell you how they fit in with those original ones. Definitely check out folks like SB Toys on Instagram, SB Toys. He is this collector who has a ton of figures, and I've seen some really nice shots he did of the Superpowers figures, the new ones mixed in with the old ones in the Hall of Justice, and they look great to me. I know these figures don't scale exactly right with the original Superpowers figures. They're a little bit bigger, but they have made some changes to address that, especially with the Dark Knight Batman, which we'll talk about. That's what I'm calling him, the Dark Knight Batman. We'll talk about in a minute, but I do think they mix in well with the older Superpowers figures. But again, I'm not authority on that because I do not have any of the original Superpowers figures to compare them to. But for me, I love this line. I love the Superpowers packaging. I love how toyetic these figures are. These are actual toys. These are, again, things from my youth, and I'm just so stoked about these. Anyways, enough of my rambling. Let's talk about the figures specifically. So let's start from left to right with Superman. So here we have Rebirth Superman, and I dig it. I love this suit. Man, give me a Superpowers version of every one of his costumes, and I will buy all of those. I just would love to have like one consistent shelf of all Supermans with his different costumes over the years. Now, you don't have a ton of articulation with the Superpowers figures as that's how they were designed, but you can play around with them. You can make some fun little poses. The capes are okay. I know there's a lot of third-party capes out there, but they're fine for my taste, and I love that we have the S on the back of the cape. But yeah, I do love this. I think this is the Rebirth version of Superman, or actually, is it the version right before the Rebirth version? It's so confusing, his history in the last few years. You have the New 52 version with slowly evolved into him wearing like a t-shirt and jeans once again for a while. Then you had the version of him, which is this one, I think, right before Rebirth, before he got his trunks back. But anyways, I love this version. I love the belt on this guy. So I am a fan of this version of Superman. All right. Next up, and these are a little hard to stand. There we go. We have the Flash, and this is Wally West right here. You can tell it's Wally West by that belt, the darker costume. I would have liked it if it was metallic, really evoke that early 90s Wally West that metallic red costume as I remember it. But this also does remind me of the Flash TV show as well, the darker costume. So yeah, I love this version of Flash. Look at that. This is my Flash. This is the one I grew up with, so super stoked to have this. But also love to have a Grant Morrison, Howard Porter, JLA Superpowers wave. That would be awesome. I would buy like a 7-pack of that in a heartbeat. But there he is. There is the Flash. Love the white of the eyes. Looks great. All right. Next we have... Oh, is he going to stand? There he is. Thomas Wayne. So, interesting choice. Kind of goes with the Reverse Flash, I guess. We're doing like a partial Flashpoint wave. He looks okay. This is the first version of Batman that they did. Not my favorite version as far as the suit, the body they're using. I think it works nicely for Thomas Wayne, given that he is a little bit bigger, I guess. But yeah, as far as a character choice, I like this version of Batman, but I would have liked it probably a different version. It's fine though. You know, it's a nice version of Thomas Wayne in the Superpowers format. I would have liked a darker gray on this, but that's my only quibble there. Love the red of the eyes and all that though. That looks great. And they got the logo down. Let's put him over here. Okay, next up, we had the Reverse Flash. You gotta have a Reverse Flash, right? I love the head sculpt on this. I love his teeth being open to give him that extra evil look. You know, like the yellow that they used on this. The logo looks great. And yeah, I mean, he's low-hanging fruit to have the Reverse Flash. So they're glad they did him. But yeah, very nice figure. I think it looks great. The next we're going to come to probably my second favorite of this whole wave, Peacemaker. And man, I just love the way this turned out in plastic. I love the red of the top. I love the black and the gray and the blue. Just the way it all flows together. And the helmet looks really nice. The emblem looks great. Man, I just love the whole color scheme of Peacemaker in this size. I just think it looks really snazzy. Yeah, I dig this figure. Of course, I do wish he came with a weapon. But, you know, we know Warner Brothers' policy on that. Hopefully they'll do a superpower-sized accessories pack. That would be awesome. But, yeah, really love this figure. And it's so cool that he came with Vigilante. So, yeah, this turned out so nicely. I love the heft of the figure, too. It looks like Peacemaker. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like a little John Cena. All right, next we have, well, we'll move Robin out of the way. We have Batman. Excuse me, guys. And this is definitely like a Dark Knight series Kenner looking Batman. Batman in black is my favorite version of Batman. I love him in the black with the oval bat symbol. So this figure is just fantastic. Very Batman 89, Tim Burton-esque. And yeah, this is a beautiful figure. And this is using the newer Super Powers body mold that they used on the last blue and gray Batman. That fits, I think, a lot better with the older Superpowers figures. But I dig it. Again, the cape looks fine for me. I know you can get better third-party case, but it works fine for my purposes. But yeah, I just love this figure. Oh, so nice. And then we have the Tim Drake Robin. And at first I was like, why do they re-release this figure already? We just got a version of him. But you know, I'm never going to complain about Tim Drake. He's my favorite Robin. This time we have him in a black cape. I don't know if the green and red are darker. I'm going to have to dig up my other Tim Drake and see if there's any other differences. But I mean, he does look really nice next to this Batman. Totally gives off, again, Kenner Dark Knight Collection vibes by having these two together. Then we have Nightwing. There he is in his Nightfall era suit. I think that looks pretty nice. Pretty nice rendition of the suit. Comes with his Scream of Sticks. Nice paint apps there. Hopefully we'll get a disco version of Nightwing. Again, I would love all of his versions of his suits in the same body type. I just love the consistency and just showing the different costumes throughout the years there. Oh, so nice. Nice head sculpt. Love it when they use the glossy metallic paint as well. I'm a big sucker for that. And finally, we have Judo Master. This is my other favorite one of the line. I know nothing about Judo Master. I don't remember him at all, but I love this suit. I love the colors. I love the logo on his chest. His little blonde hair sticking out. I need to read up on this guy, but I think it just looks fantastic. I love the more obscure DC characters, and so nice to have him in this scale. We'll have a 7-inch version of this guy too, and I don't know anything about him, but he looks rad. There he is. All right, and then finally we have Vigilante. Again, would have liked some weapons for Vigilante, but that's okay. What are you gonna do? But yeah, I think they captured him nicely in the superpowers, scale. He looks great. Man, I hope we get a lot more superpowers figures because I am just loving this line. Honestly, don't have them displayed in the shed, even though I said I'm loving this line just because I don't have any space for them. Even though they're small, I haven't found a good way to display these. I need to find a way to really display these and give them some love because, man, it's just such a fantastic line. All right, so that's it for the figures. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Whirly Bat. All right, here is the Whirly Bat. And man, this is so much fun. I think they've just hit a home run with all of their vehicles, from the Batwing to the Supermobile to the Batmobile and now the Whirly Bat. So I think this is dope. It's a fun, small scale vehicle. I don't know how much this guy's going to retail for, but I don't think it's going to be too much because it's pretty small, but it looks great. I think it's definitely going to look better with the blue and gray Batman, but man, this is just so much fun. And you can, of course, you can add more figures to them, like hanging off the side, like Robin here. And man, dude, I wish I could play with toys, or I wish I wanted to play with toys, because what a fun line to play with. I hope there's some kid out there enjoying the Superpowers line as much as I did when I was a kid. I really do, because this is such a fun line, man. I'm curious if there's any kids who are into this line, but these are just perfect kid. Oh, there goes reverse flash. These are perfect figures for little kids, perfect introduction to the DC universe, but there they are. All right, guys, so that's the look at the latest wave of Superpowers figures. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to focus on. I'm more than happy to create another video, YouTube short, whatnot. I will also be posting a lot of content on Instagram, as always, Asoka the Geek, so please check me out there. But that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.